So you wrote a book called In the Race Within, the sports psychology book. What key takeaways did you want coaches to get from that?
So in the race within, but that book I wrote it because coaches, they're more focused on the outer game, and in the race within is like emphasize the inner game, and it's mostly oriented on goal setting, because I believe only setting goals can help athletes to have a ladder and to grow.
Yeah.
And anytime I discuss with coaches, we don't talk about goals. We talk about skills, talk about strategies, but not goals. And I say, let me try to write something to be able to share it to the coaches, because we have the long-term goals, short-term goals, all of this, because short-term goals are very important, because help to have a direction. And the long-term goal will help you have a destination. They are different.
Yeah.
And then if you don't focus on short-term goals, what can help the players to develop his skills, the shooting, the passing ability, everything, focusing on the player, the team, and the strategies on the short term. So you will help see, okay, where am I right now? I wanted to go this way, but I think I didn't reach here first. Some players, they just jump the steps. So, and I believe in this book, people will see a lot of way to set goals. Yeah, positive goals. I remember a coach was saying to a player, don't let him go left. Is a negative goal. Because when instead you have to tell the players, force him to the right. Force him to the right. Because when you say don't let him go to the left, the guy will go to the left. Because you need to be proactive.
Yeah.
Proactive, and then giving perspective actions. When I say, okay, force him to the right, so you can assess the player. Why he's not doing it? That's why, for me, setting goals is important, because you have different ways. You have the process goals, you have the performance goal, you have the outcome goal. You can see kids at the end of the game, they beat them by 50 points and they're happy and jumping everywhere. Why? Because the goal setting. If the coach say, if you reach 30 points, you
Then
reach
you
the
would have
goal.
won.
And the players that are playing to reach 30 points, even though they beat them by 50, 100, the kids are running everywhere and saying, we did it, even though they lost, but they're happy.
Yeah.
So everything is based on goals. But most of the people, they focus on the outcome.
Yeah, the
outcome,
results.
and not the process, because the process gives quality to the actions. Quality, how to shoot threes. You don't try to do like Stephen Curry, but understand the form. What is matter on doing those balance. Elbow, eyes, how to do the follow through, and then put a ladder. Like a light to hard to reach that. So for me, that's why I wrote this book, because also a lot of part of this book talk about mental toughness, because we don't teach people how to be tough. We teach them how to be strong physically, how to shoot, how to do this, but how to be mentally tough. It's important, but because mental toughness for me, or how to build confidence, how to control your emotion, how to challenge, how to be, to face challenge and overcome those challenges.
Yeah, resilience.
Yeah, the resilience. All of these are important. That's why I wrote that book, to be able to help the coaches. Maybe they know, but the book will help them, reinforce their knowledge. That's why I wrote the book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Honestly, just wow. No, honestly, everything you shared about goal setting, it's not just something that we read in your book. Like I've lived that. Just playing basketball in the US. Usually I'd just come to a game and then it was whatever. Like we try to win and that was it.
Yeah.
But when a coach helped me focus and taught me how to set goals for myself personally, I saw my game change.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about, okay, yeah, we're a team, we come together and we win. But every game, I had specific goals. As a post player, okay, maybe I needed a certain amount of rebounds and I needed a certain amount of points and maybe steals and assists. And that shows you as a player in which areas you can improve on. And over time, I felt like it was even less about the numbers, but more about that self-discovery.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, maybe I need to spend more time learning how to box out or...
For instance, you talk about focus. How can you teach focus if you don't have goals?
Yeah, facts.
How can you ask people to stay on the game and not quitting?
Yeah.
Because you don't set goals. But if you set goals, people will focus. Because if you say, okay, by next year, you will be able to get 70% of your free throw by next year. So you set the goal, right? So when you see the player is going to free throw and this time you are 30 and a 20%, 40%, you see, you have a lot of setback, you need to know why.
Yeah.
So you talk to the player, say, you know your goal, what is it? You say, it's 70%. You say, okay, what are you doing to reach it? And say, oh, let me adjust. That will help you focus. Do you understand? So setting goals help focus, help confidence. Because somebody can shoot threes and miss a lot. And he say, okay, I won't shoot anymore. You say, what was the goal? You have to shoot 20 times. It's not about making 20 times, but shoot 20 times. So in the game, if you shoot 20 threes, you can make or miss, but at least you're able to put in a position to take 20 shots. Because you won't make all those shots, but at least, but imagine you play the game, you shoot only 3 times. And your goal is to hit 20 times. So that's why goal setting is the most important part of sports psychology. You know, that's why we focus more on that before doing something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like I keep saying, wow, I feel like we can go on forever. We can keep talking. Also, you wrote another book called Beyond the Whistle. And I think you touched on the human aspect of coaching. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, because I was, saying that you are trying to describe yourself on this book, but I believe that I wanted to share Beyond the Whistle because this is a part 1, and then the part 2 is Crossroads of Hearts is the second part of the Beyond the Whistle. So I wrote that book because, you know, as a coach, sometimes a lot of people relate to you. The players relate to you, you know, the supporting staff relate to you, the coaching staff relate to you, physio, medical, everybody relate to you. Everybody asks a question, what do we do, how do we do it? So you are here helping everybody. But as a human being, who's helping you?
Yeah.
As a coach. People can make critics, talk about the coach, people can judge you because everybody can see you, what you are doing.
You're in the spotlight.
They're not on the court, they don't know what you talk about on the locker rooms. So they don't know what is the goal. So, but everybody can make critics on you. So you are a human being. You have emotion, but you need some time to talk about it.
Yeah.
To see people who can listen to you. You don't have it, and as a coach, you are missing a lot of opportunity to see the human part. Even with the family. You are a coach. You are always away. You don't take part of what is happening. You have a very fortunate event happening to your family, you can't attend it. Somebody has a wedding, they invite, you don't attend it. A lot of things are happening behind, and then you are not there. And you are a human being, and you are focusing on developing something and making progress, helping the others, always helping the others, but you forget about yourself. And now living in a society where the culture things is very strong, and you to try to adapt to those culture every day. And then adapt to the local, authorities, the vision, what they want, what they need, what potential you have, do you have a realistic goal or not? So all of this, the coach is dealing with it. Coach is going through a lot, but you can't expose it. You will never see a coach going to complain or crying somewhere, say, I don't have that. No, you keep it for yourself, but you need sometimes someone with whom you can discuss, talk about things that you're going through your setback and everything. That's why I wrote Beyond the Whistle, showing that coaches are human beings. They're human beings, and they have the right to have emotion. They have the right to make mistakes,
Yeah.
you know, to fall and then stand up and keep going. That's why I wrote the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so inspiring because I feel like I've always thought about sports psychology from the perspective of like working with players and helping empower them and teach them goal setting and all that stuff. But there's also another aspect of sports psychology that could benefit coaches. So like you just gave me an idea in terms of my business plan. The whole reason why I'm in Kigali is because I've started sports entrepreneurship and I've started building a program, tailoring it to helping not only local pro athletes, but also helping the local teams and organizations. So this is a whole other module that I can create where it's not about the players, but also how do you help coaches manage their emotions and learn that they're not alone or find a support system.
Yeah.
So thank you for that inspiration.
And the sports psychology is bigger than this because in Africa, mostly we relate to the juju.
Yeah.
We relate to the marabu. We relate to people.
Yes.
Who, you know, we don't relate to the sports psychologists.
Yeah.
And then you go to the US, people have sports psychologists. They help the athlete to grow, and then you know the mental processing, and then you know how to shape their attitude. Because you can't change the character and the personality of someone, but you can put him in an environment where he can have the positive attitude, and you have the code of conduct, code of ethics, and they behave. Imagine in that road you see outside, you have a red light, but you have how many cars? 100 cars, different people, but all these people are different. They don't have the same personality and same character, but they all behave and stop.
Well, they better.
Because you shape your personality in the attitude, you know, and that's for me is important. And in Africa, I haven't wrote a book in sports psychology in Africa because we have a lot of conflicts, religious conflicts, politics conflicts, you know, in the society based on those. And then, you know, you see someone who just pray before going to the game, and he pray, and he believe that the prayer will help him win. But for me, it's just only to boost your confidence. It's important, but you have no proof that this is gonna help you. You understand? And then that's the issue we're having. And then some federation, they invest a lot on those instead of investing on someone we can help, like assess the players, what they need and everything. And then the sport is dealing with religion, it's dealing with politics, we're dealing with media, we're dealing with money, we're dealing with personality, we're dealing with a lot of stuff, you know, racism, everything is there in sport. So you have, as a coach, you have to be able to see the environment and be able to help your players or your athletes. And that's why it is very important. I can talk about this for long, but we don't have time for this.
I have to go prepare my pitch. Pray for me.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Antuka, thank you so much for accepting to sit down with me. I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface. We have so many things to talk about, and I have so much to learn, so much more to learn from you. Just thank you for being a trailblazer. Thank you for being such an academic. Thank you for just showing us the way and doing it in such a kind and gentle way. It means a lot. It really does. So if you just have a few words, maybe advice for me, and then advice for young coaches or young sports psychologists out there.
I think for the young coaches, I think the advice I can give is, I talked about it earlier about being competent, but I think they need to learn the game and be a student of the game. For me, it's very important dealing with your role as an assistant coach and as a head coach, because the roles are different. As a youth coach, you need to be able to know that you need to guide, as assistant coach, to guide everybody to the philosophy of the head coach. What the head coach believes, what are the values. You need to guide them to that. You are not the head coach, you're assistant. You need to be able to prepare everything, prepare the practice plan, the scouting plan, relate to the game plan. So preparation is important for the assistant coach. And then a good assistant coach needs to be analyzing the environment, the safe environment, analyzing the bench, who's in the setting on the deep on the bench there, who's focusing not on the game, focusing on himself. Analyzing, give the information, because when you analyze, you give information to the head coach for him to take a decision. And all of this is based on suggestion. You need to understand that your role is to suggest when making a decision compared to the head coach, who's taking decision. This is a main role, is taking decision. So if as assistant coach, if you are young and you want to learn the coaching, you need to know those principles, because the head coach will always take decision, no matter what. That is his role. Okay, and then be able to plan. Planning means what? Organizing everything in a safe environment. Be able to motivate the players. Be able to coach on the run, not stopping every time the players, be able to teach. It's the most important part. Teaching the skills.
Pedagogy.
Being able to explain clearly and efficiently to the players. Understand? Be able to not letting people behind. Everybody get involved. It's important. Being able to put things on the timeline. All of this is important for the assistant coach and the head coach. So learning the game is learning the responsibility that's tied to the coaching principles. It's very important. That's what I wanted to share with the young coaches. And I believe maybe they looking at us as a role model, maybe because we understood how important is the game in Africa these days, because with the BL, we're shifting people from overseas to come to Africa, and before it's only one way. But the ecosystem is so big, and Amadou is doing a very good job with his team to bringing people to come back to Africa and grow the game. And then I thought the youth coaches, they need to get inspired about all of this, and they can find a way.
For sure.
But thank you for having me. I really appreciate you. I'm happy to see you years after.
Likewise.
Last time I saw you, we were going to South Africa. We met at the airport, and now you are a very successful entrepreneur.
Thank you.
What you are doing is can inspire other people as well. And now, the leadership also just amazed me, really. Amazed me, and I believe you can keep going. But you have to give a lot of money to your mom. She did a good job. Rama, I know her very well. You know to give her more money. If Rama, you see me, she's keeping the money safe here.
Oh God, you're creating more problems for me. She loves money.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so
much. I really
much,
appreciate
Coach.
you, and stay blessed.
Thank you. Likewise.
Yeah.
Yay.
Welcome to the chat.